After August 6, 1945, the world would never be the same again. The B-29 bomber Enola Gay dropped the world's first atomic bomb on a civilian target, the Japanese city of Hiroshima. An estimated 140,000 Japanese people lost their lives in the morning raid, and a further 80,000 died in a second attack on the southern city of Nagasaki 3 days later. Thousands more would die in later years due to the effects of radiation fallout and other injuries. In fact, people are still suffering today. Realizing the enormity of the new weapon unleashed upon their country, Japan unconditionally surrendered on August 15, 1945, thereby ending World War II. World War II may have been drawing to an end, but the Cold War was the fallout of the atom bomb, and with it the arms race and nuclear weaponry development. After the war, in December of 1945, America began its test projects to determine the effect of atomic bombs on American warships. The test site was Bikini Atoll, which is a member of the Marshall Islands. It consists of 36 islands and was the proving ground for more than 20 hydrogen and nuclear bomb tests between 1946 and 1958. Preparations for the US nuclear testing program, Operation Crossroads, advanced rapidly. 242 naval ships, 156 aircraft, 25,000 radiation recording devices, and the Navy's 5,400 experimental rats, goats and pigs soon began to arrive for the tests. Over 42,000 US military and civilian personnel were involved in the testing program at Bikini. The two atomic bomb blasts of Operation Crossroads were both about the size of the nuclear bomb dropped on Nagasaki. 18 tons of cinematography equipment and more than half of the world's supply of motion picture film were on hand to record the Able and Baker detonations. During the war, it was the fear that the Nazi regime was developing nuclear weapons that prompted America to begin its own research in the form of the Manhattan Project. The project succeeded in developing and detonating 3 nuclear weapons, including the Trinity test of July 16, 1945. An enriched uranium bomb, codenamed Little Boy, detonated on August 6 over Hiroshima, and a plutonium bomb, codenamed Fat Man, on August 9 over Nagasaki. Born out of a small research program which began in 1939, the Manhattan Project would eventually employ over 130,000 people and cost a total of nearly $2 billion. The 3 primary research and production sites of the project were the plutonium production facility at what is now Hanford Site, the uranium enrichment facilities at what is now Oak Ridge National Laboratory, and the Weapons Research and Design Laboratory, which is now Los Alamos National Laboratory. Oak Ridge was the largest facility. In fact, the infrastructure for the site and the workers made it the 5th largest city in the state of Tennessee. Total research took place at over 30 different sites spread across the United States, Canada, and in the United Kingdom. The necessity of the use of the atomic bomb on Japan is still widely argued. The attacks were credited with forcing the Japanese government to surrender, avoiding a protracted and potentially bloody invasion of the Japanese home islands. On the 2nd of September 1945, aboard the battleship Missouri, the peace documents were signed. For many years, the world's population feared a nuclear conflict would erupt between America and the Soviet Union. This has since passed, but now a new problem has arisen: disposing of the huge stockpile of weapons that, thankfully, were never used.